How's it going, everyone? We are coming up on the latest release from acclaimed survival horror developers Frictional, who have done the Amnesia titles and also have worked on the excellent psychological horror game Soma. And now we have their latest title, the latest entry into the Amnesia franchise, Amnesia the Bunker. The game did see a couple of delays. Initially, it was scheduled to be released in March, then it got pushed to May 16th, and then it got a 1-week delay until May 23rd, but hey, not the biggest delays in the world, and if they are fine-tuning a really great survival horror title here like they've done in the past, I think those delays are going to be well worth it, and we have a decent amount of information already available. We've gotten a couple trailers, and it once again looks like an incredibly atmospheric survival horror experience. I want to talk all about it and what you need to know before you spend your, well, we don't even know how much money the game is going to cost. I would imagine it's going to be $29.99 given the price points of their other games. Soma was $29.99. A lot of their other games were priced at $30, so let's talk all about it. Amnesia the Bunker is set during World War I. Players take on the role of Henry Clement, a French soldier who is left behind by his battalion and finds himself trapped inside an abandoned military bunker. But he's not alone. A deadly creature stalks the corridors, hunting for its next meal. As Henry, players must navigate the dark and twisted maze of the bunker, using all their skills and resources to outsmart and outrun the beast. But the creature is not the only obstacle Henry must face. The bunker is a labyrinth of twists and turns filled with traps and other hazards that threaten to end the soldier's life at every turn. Throughout the game, players will experience this intense psychological horror of Henry's situation and will learn about the character as he faces his fears and turns them into belief and hope. The game is a story of survival and the will to live even in the direst of circumstances. With its nail-biting gameplay, atmospheric design, and character-driven story, Amnesia the Bunker is a must-play for fans of horror games. Mark your calendars and prepare to experience an enormous and unnerving journey of survival. When you look at the trailer, you can once again tell that this is going to be an incredibly engrossing survival horror experience, and I think atmosphere in a survival horror game, and as we've seen in Frictional's titles in the past, they do a great job in setting a nice tone and a nice atmosphere that creates a very absorbing experience. Left all alone in a desolate World War I bunker with only one bullet remaining in the barrel, it's up to you to face the oppressing terrors in the dark, keep the lights on at all costs, preserve and make your way out alive. A truly intense horror experience. Immerse yourself in the multiple ways of tackling survival in the shoes of the French soldier. You are armed with a revolver gun, a noisy dynamo flashlight, and other scarce supplies to scavenge and craft along the way. With randomization and unpredictable behavior, no playthrough will ever be the same, leading to the game being relatively replayable. Do keep in mind that Amnesia titles, Soma, all of those games are relatively on the shorter side. It was noted in an interview with Gaming Bolt that the game is going to be around 4 to 6 hours, but it does have a semi-open world, and that's probably going to lead to a little bit of exploration. And again, with the game being replayable, you're probably going to want to play through the game a couple times. And even then, not every game has to be this grandiose 40-plus hour experience. Sometimes you want to get a game that you're going to get in and get out, and you're going to have a very gripping experience the whole way through, and a shorter horror experience seems to work a little bit better as far as that's concerned. Hunted by an ever-present threat, reacting to your every move and sound, you must adapt your playstyle to face hell. Every decision will change the outcome of how the game responds. Actions bear consequences. Escaping the nightmare, solve things your own way in a semi-open world. You must explore and experiment to make your way out, figure out what's going on down here, what has happened to the other soldiers, where have all the officers gone, what diabolical nightmare lurks underneath the hellscape, unravel the mysteries of the bunker, and get to know the nooks and crannies of this cruel sandbox to up your odds of survival. The features note dynamic and ever-present monster that reacts to player actions, constant tension, time is not on your side, tactile and physics-based interactions with the world, scavenge for resources and craft tools to aid your survival, and multiple solutions to problem solving in a non-linear, semi-open world. Don't expect anything as far as the open world's concerned to be at the level of the big open world games we see these days, but exploration can definitely be had with Amnesia the Bunker, so do be prepared for that. And as far as the length of the game being 4 to 6 hours long, according to game director Frederick Olsen, as noted on IGN, he stated that he wants the Bunker to be a game that you'll play multiple times over, with each run leading to different moments in the player's story. It's a game where the gameplay is definitely in the center and the story has a bit of a backseat. However, it's more about the player story. Even in the early stages of design, we talked about how everything in this game should be fun to play a second time. Even up until the ending of the game, there's really not that many strictly narrative-driven walking moments, and I'm super happy we managed to do that. Everything is a bit of a challenge, and we even put a custom mode for you to tune the game how you want, so we put a lot of effort into replayability for this one. Amnesia: The Dark Descent was one of the most iconic horror games of all time. The subsequent follow-up titles with A Machine for Pig and Amnesia Rebirth weren't as well received, but Frictional did a tremendous job with Soma as well, and Rebirth was still an okay game. Hopefully with the Bunker they can capture the magic that they had with The Dark Descent, but at the same time, the Bunker is a little bit of a shift in terms of presentation, setting, and the overall aesthetic of Amnesia, so there's a lot of potential here. Amnesia: The Bunker will be hitting Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam and Epic Games Store on May 23rd. I believe the game will be priced at $29.99. Once we hear an official confirmation of that, we will edit the title and I'll leave a comment down below. Again, I believe it's going to be $30. 4 to 6 hour game has been noted, but I also do expect, and as the game director had said, this is a game that's going to lend itself to being incredibly replayable, and they're going to want you to replay it multiple times. So if you're talking about doing 2 to 3 playthroughs of the game, I'm sure the gameplay time can easily get to 12 to 15 hours, and even if you only play through it once, again, we get so many big open world RPGs these days, games that you can sink in 20, 30, 50 hours. Jedi Survivor just came out, and if you want 100% that game, pack a lunch, because it's going to be a sizable experience. That sometimes in Amnesia: The Bunker being an engrossing horror experience that really is emphasizing that horror element to it, and it's not just trying to pad out content, which, you know, content-filled games are great, but for a game like this, you really want it succinct, to the point, and hitting all the notes that a quality horror game needs to hit, and I feel like they are looking to do that and making a replayable experience at the same time. Again, out May 23rd for all major platforms. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.